You're watching SKST Radio.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Marsha Carter McLean. I do know my name, by the way. Anyway, today is our second episode of our podcast. The podcast is called The Grandma's 2.0 Show. So today we have a very special guest with us, Miss Sharron Gilty. Now, how do I know this lady? I actually met her online and I was like, oh my God, she is so fly. I have to have her on my show. I have to talk to her. So she's going to tell us all about her platform, which is Go Gray and Be Chic. That does not mean that because I'm blonde, I'm not chic, but I just let me say that up front. But I'm so excited that she is on with us today. And I just want to say that, we're all about grandmas and, some grandmas are gray, some are blonde like me, but it's all good. But she's a Salon Pro. She's going to tell us about who she is. She's going to tell us all about her platform. And then she's going to give us a few tips about style too. This is a Renaissance woman, people. Okay. So just so I cannot wait for you to get to know her.
That's an amazing.
I'm so delighted you're on the show. How are you?
I'm great. I'm excited to be here. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic and glad you're here.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about who Sharron is first before we jump into the platform.
Okay, so I am Sharron Miles Gilty, and I am 50. What is my age? I'm 54. I just turned 54 last year, and I have so much. I still feel like I have so much little girl inside of me. So when I was a little girl, I used to watch my grandmother do hair, and that inspired me to get into the industry. I actually have some of her license. It says for color shots only, and that was back in the 50s. So I think fast forward to today. I went to college. I majored in business administration and got my degree. And I always wanted to do hair, so I went to cosmetology school afterwards. Graduated from Dudley Cosmetology University in North Carolina.
In Greensboro.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
So, and I went to Bennett in Greensboro also. I graduated in 90.
Huh.
Yeah, came back, born and raised in Chicago though. My mom went to North Carolina Central.
Yes, honey, yes. My alma mater, yes.
She moved to Chicago. She moved to Chicago in 66, where I was born in 68, my brother in 67. So I started doing hair in Greensboro, and it was just like going a little too slow for me. So I moved back home to Chicago and opened a salon I had in the South Loop area of Chicago for 13 years. And now I've been wanting to do an online business for so long, and that just sparked me into wanting to create. I'm a creator. So I'm a hairstylist. I make neck designs for women. I'm a certified style coach. And so I just love all things beauty, all things fashionable.
Yes, a woman after my own heart. Oh my God, I love it. That's what I loved about you. I'm like, oh my God, she's so fascinating.
Thank you. So yeah, I love all things hair and beauty, and I think all women should embrace all things hair and beauty throughout their lives, regardless of their age.
And I love this quote that I found online that you said. It says, I believe that beautiful souls like you, men and women, you said, alike, should always embrace and rock their gray hair. And then you said, your natural hair. So not just your gray hair, your natural hair. So that gets me in that group. And any other unique qualities about you. So basically, embrace yourself. Be you, boo. Right?
Exactly. Because we all come in, various shapes, sizes, skin colors, and that's the beauty about Black women and just Black people in general. We all have. We come the gamut of shades, like from light skin, dark skin, brown skin, and then our hair is just incredible with all the things that we can do with our hair, curly, straight, whatever we want to do, we can do it. And so many people are mesmerized, in corporate America, they try to touch your hair and try to figure out what's going on with you. We just like that type of people that, you know, people want to know about and people want to find out about. They're intrigued.
Yes. So Sharron, tell us a little bit about, you know, how you created this platform, why you created this platform.
Well, it happened organically. It didn't happen on purpose. Trust me when I tell you, because if you asked me 10 years ago about stop coloring my hair, I would have told you, no, that's never going to happen. Even though my mom, her hair is silver and has been for years, she never colored her hair. And my dad, he made his transition about 6 years ago. He never got to see my hair gray. And I know he would give me a look. I know he's giving me a look. But back in 2019, I decided to start a YouTube channel, and it was to talk to women hairstylists about business, about marketing, about whatever they needed to know, the business aspect, because I always feel like hairstylists, they know a lot about hair, they know how to style hair, they're amazing with hair, but their business skills sometimes don't match up. So that's who I was talking to. And I found like a lot of people weren't really listening. So I decided, you know, the channel was going slow. That's really what I mean. The channel was moving slow. It was just kind of creeping. So once I stopped coloring my hair, I stopped coloring my hair the same year. And I said, you know what? I want to get a feel for other women who have stopped coloring their hair. Like, what was their process? Did they ever color their hair? So I decided to interview 2 women, and that was my first video about gray hair. So I interviewed them. I got an understanding. For me, it was really for me. But then that video on a small channel, it just kind of blew up, and it gained probably about 50,000 subscribers now. Wow. I'm sorry, I'm not subscribers. I mean 50,000 views, I should say, on that particular video. Okay. And so I started looking at my analytics on YouTube, and the algorithm showed me that, okay, this is the age group that's watching particularly that video, not the other videos. So I decided because I was embracing my hair and I was understanding how to make it pop, how to make it, you know, silver and not yellow. And so I decided to make other videos within that realm and within the realm of women over 50, because I turned 50 in 2018. So I started making those videos and people started watching them, and I was just like, okay, I think I got something here. But then I was like, I love my hairstylist. Because I'm a cosmetology instructor as well. I love to teach, but I don't know. I like these women that are watching my content a little better. So in 2021, I decided to just take a complete shift in June of 2021, and I started my brand, Go Gray, Be Chic.
Wow. So like you said, I love the way you described it, or you characterized it. You said it was organic. You didn't necessarily plan to do it, but it just happened that way. Yes. And sometimes that's how we realize our purpose, you know, is by organically it happens. Like for me, being a grandma, I was like, when I was first informed, I was like, oh my God, I'm too young to be a grandma. You know, but the things that I've done since I've been a grandma, I'm like, oh my God, I went back to school, got my doctorate during that time. I started this business during that time. You see what I mean? It was like, wow. So that's why I believe very strongly that although society says, grandmas, your time is up, you've done, you know, we have to decide for ourselves. We can't let anybody else predetermine who we are or what we're going to be. And so we have to decide that for ourselves. And so I love your story. It's very exciting. And I think it's also inspirational to other people that you can do anything you want to do. And you don't have to worry about, oh, well, I'm too old to do this or I'm too young to. It's about timing and the right timing for you.
Yes.
So thank you for sharing that. Yeah, that's a beautiful story. And again, that quote, I don't think I finished reading all of it. It says, however you decide to show up in the world, wear it loudly and let it speak volumes with confidence. Yes. Be proud, be fly, be chic, just be you. I love that.
Yes, thank you.
I love that. Yes, that is so beautiful, because that's what I think people need to hear, and especially women, and especially my folks, grandmas, because a lot of them really believe that their time is up, and or that they don't need to do all of these things, or people are going to look at me funny, or I'm going to dress like I'm too young, and they're going to say she's trying to dress like she's a teenager or whatever, But again, it's just be you, whatever makes you feel comfortable. So I want to share. We've talked about your hair as a salon pro. We've talked about your business, marketing, and you starting this platform. I want to ask you now about your family and how all this fits into your family. Because I think we talked about your background as as a family person. So
yeah, it's a lot of work. I'm telling you, it's a lot of work, but I enjoy the work. So I have to learn how to create my boundaries, and and that's very, very important at this stage in life with kids and family. And so I have to learn that, but have time for me, first of all, because for me, I'm the most important person in the equation, because if I'm not all together mentally, physically, then I can't help anybody else. So self-care is very important to me, and I take time to take care of myself first, and then my family, and then my business. But I love what I do. Like, I'm so passionate about, I've been doing video for 10 years. So, I used to hate being in front of the camera. Like, I hated the camera, but because I love what I do, I make sure that I take time for everything else as well, but also put the amount of time that I need to put in my passion project, which is chic in my video. And the most important thing is that I'm inspiring not just my family, but I'm inspiring other women, on my channel as well.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Because when I don't know how I actually came across your channel in the beginning. I don't know how I came across it, but I think the first video I saw of you was you and another woman. You were talking about going gray, and I can't remember her name now, but I thought she would be good as well. What was her name? I think I told you. Lynn, yes.
Think of her, but the video is called Go Gray, Not Old. And it has about 250,000 views.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. And that was a really good video. Not only did it explain, what you were doing, but it also, for me, it really helped me think about, I thought about, grandmas would really enjoy this, this video, and then talking to this young lady about, the whole going gray thing, because it is a phenomenon. And the reason I say that is because when people think about it, they think about, okay, your hair is gray. It's like, your hair is gray. What does that mean? Why, why are you judging me about my hair, kind of thing? But you're saying embrace it. And be chic when you do it, girl. And I love the I don't know if they're photo shoots, but the photos that you've taken around different places and different outfits and all that. So now I am dying to hear, and I know listeners are dying to hear all about your style coaching. I want to hear about that. You are a certified style coach. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so I've always been into fashion since I was a little girl. And my mom used to say, I used to argue with my mom about, that don't match. I don't want to put on that. That doesn't match. And she would be like, girl, get in here so we can get to the store. She was a single parent. And one day she told me about the fact that I wanted these boots on, these little white cowboy boots. And she just said, just put on any shoes. But I had to have those cowboy boots on to walk to the corner store because we didn't have a car. So I've been always into fashion. I always love stuff around my neck. Like, I look at little girl pictures of me. I have bows, and I'm always tying stuff. So I always, like, as a hairstylist for 32 years, people always would ask me, well, how did you put that together? Where did you get that from? But I could never tell them where I got stuff from because it wasn't retail. And so, it's always thrift, vintage. So they're not going to have another one. And that's what I loved about it, because it made me have that originality, and that creativity without looking like everybody else. And so when I got my business degree, I minored in fashion merchandising, but I didn't finish the minor. And so years and years later, I wanted to go back to school to get a fashion merchandising. And I'm like, do I want to spend that money, and do I want to spend that time? So I searched and found an online program called the the business is called the Style Coaching Institute, and they're out of London. So I was able to do everything online. And that was about 10 years ago. And
wow.
I did a couple closet declutterings. I was so busy doing hair.
Uh-huh.
I just wasn't able to just dive into it. But now I feel like I've worked with a few clients, but now I feel I can really put that to use on my YouTube channel, because I polled my audience last year as to what they wanted to see outside of hair. Because when I first started, I didn't want to just talk about hair. Because,
right.
Grandmas and women who go gray, and they're interchangeable, they have a total look, when
Yes.
the client comes into the salon. So now I can incorporate my fashion advice and style, and because everybody can't look like me.
Right.
Everybody needs to have their own unique creativity within their own shape and size and whatever, whatever you're made up of.
Yeah, that's beautiful, because it sounds like what you're giving people is a total experience.
Exactly.
So when we come back, we're going to take a little break, but when we come back, I want you to tell us a little more about that, because I saw some of your video, girls. Oh my God. Yes. So we'll be right back. Okay.
After the holidays are over, most Americans prepare for taxes. Tyden Tax is ready to make filing your taxes as stress-free as possible. This veteran-owned virtual tax office will prepare and submit your tax return safely from the comfort of your home. If you filed unemployment for the first time or wondering about home office tax deductions, Tyden Tax Professional has the answer for you. Contact us today at TydenTax.com or 757-565-7781. Tyden Tax, real help from real people.
We are back. Thank you, Sharron. So now I want to hear about, because I've seen some of your videos, right? And I see you have that mannequin. Is a mannequin right there next to you?
Oh yeah, that's
yeah. So tell us, you said earlier that you neck. What did you call it? You said
neckwear for women. Yeah, I
designed neckwear. Yeah.
It started from a beginning sewing class back in 2015. I was having some major headaches, and I always feel like, I do a lot of meditation, but I find that I can meditate in other ways also. So when I started the beginning sewing class in 2015 on my birthday, I took that class, and then 2014 at the end. Then 2015, I got into sewing. I started making neckwear, like these little ties, and just it went into leather pieces. I didn't make this piece right here, but I got into, and I launched a whole line called Beau Chic Boutique. And so it was a whole line of neck accessories. I'm not doing much now, but I did really, really well with that business. And I created a lot of designs. I still see people, I run into people on the street that have actually purchased from me back in the day. And they're like, is that Sharron? I'm like, and I just get so excited to see that people are still wearing the designs. But
wow,
you always see me with something around my neck. Now this little piece right here, I just purchased from a vintage store. But yeah, this is my mannequins. I use them they just inspire me when I walk in my studio and I can just see them all dressed up.
Yes. Yeah, and you did something, you were talking about, I don't know if it was last week, I can't remember when the video was, but it said, you were saying that you got some pieces from Ross.
Oh yeah.
Now girl, that is my store. Okay.
No, right.
One of my friends says, I can't find anything at Ross's. How do you find stuff? I absolutely love Ross, because you can find things that are so inexpensive but fly. You can find designer stuff. Oh my God, it's an incredible place. It really is. Yeah. And my friends and family tease me about it all the time. We can't find anything when we go in there. I'm like, well, you gotta have the eye. You definitely
have
patience.
You gotta have the patience.
Yes.
And the thing about it is now I really only go in there for household goods. Like, if I find some candles or find some little unique benches and stuff like that. But you gotta have the patience, and you gotta want to look. It's in there, but it's like a needle in a haystack, just like it is when you go to the vintage and a consignment store. So yeah, I was taking that video because when I polled my audience, like I said earlier, I asked them what they wanted to see outside of hair, and fashion and style was the highest vote that I got. So that was my first fashion video that I posted. And so I was just showing those little pieces, how you can take a small capsule wardrobe. You
Mm-hmm.
can take a capsule wardrobe outside of your normal wardrobe and just piece those items together to make unlimited looks in your wardrobe. But you gotta
Mm-hmm.
it takes an eye, but it also takes patience to kind of play around with it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I call it, like, most girls play dress up when they were little, and I always say, like,
Yes.
let's just still play dress up on your
Yes.
downtime. Take pictures of those looks, so when you get ready to go somewhere, you don't have to say, I have so many clothes in my closet with nothing to wear. We always say
Mm-hmm.
that, but we still have tags hanging in our closet.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Clothes with
guilty.
tags. Yeah.
Guilty of that one, I tell you.
Right.
And like me, I noticed we have a lot of things in common. So fashion merchandising school, I did that when I lived in California because, like you, I always loved clothes. I used to love paper dolls.
I remember that. Put the clothes on
love paper dolls.
Yes, yes.
So
Yes,
I would always
did
change the outfits. And even when I had big dolls, like real dolls, I would change the outfits and all. And I was a Catholic school girl. So that meant I had uniforms that I had to wear all the time, which I hated because everybody looked alike. And I always wanted to be the person that looked a little different from everybody else. But there was not much you could do with that outfit. So I always said, well, when I grow up, I'm going to have a lot of clothes. My dream came true. Okay. So the thing is, most of the time I have to give stuff away because I have too much stuff, but I love putting outfits together just like you, trying different things. And like, when I go to the gym to work out, people are like, where are you going? You don't dress up for the gym, but I'm not dressed up. I'm just coordinated.
Right.
My cardigan sweater over my outfit for my workout outfit with the right kind of sneakers that match.
They don't get it, honey. They don't understand.
Yeah, it's sad, but it's fun. It's fun. And that's the thing. And, one of the things that I want grandmas to do more of is really focus on the fashion, how they present themselves, and not that you got to buy a whole lot of clothes or you're expensive, because that is not true. That is not true. But I want them to really think about, when you present yourself outside of your house and even inside what do you look like? I think that's important. I think that gives you, I remember Oprah saying this one time, it doesn't matter what you're doing, but clothes somehow make you feel, if you dress nice, it make you feel a whole lot better about yourself.
Yeah, it does. It does.
And I've always agreed with that.
Yeah, I do too. I feel like that too. I feel like that clothes and makeup to me. And I always tell women, it doesn't have to be a lot of makeup. And like you said, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to wear the Prada and the red bottoms. It just doesn't take that, because really that does not make you fashionable. The brand, it's how you put it together, which makes you fashionable or stylish.
That's exactly it. And when you put your unique spin on it, that's what makes the difference. And like you said, people say, well, where did you get that from? Did you buy those two together? They match so perfect. No, probably didn't, but I have this photogenic memory when it comes to my closet. Okay. I can remember, I got something at home that coordinates with that. And I started doing that for other people, for friends sometimes, and I'll get them clothes and then they'll pay me back. I'm like, girl, where did you find this? So sometimes it's just that you see something and you're like, ooh, that will look good on so-and-so. So, those kind of things. And one of the things that I said, like you, I wanted to do was to do that for people, style for people and things like that. I never actually did it as a career. But I did it for friends sometimes, and I've done fashion shows and things like that. So it's kind of a different level of doing it. Yeah,
that's exciting.
Yeah, it's very exciting. It's very exciting. So you and I said we were going to do something together this year in 2023. So we're definitely going to have to talk about that. So we can do it, because I was looking at my notes just the other day when I was, putting the packet together for the show. And I thought, ooh, we said we were going to do this. So we're going to have to do something virtual.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And who knows? Maybe I'll come to Chicago soon and we'll get a chance to meet face to face.
Yeah, come when it's warmer.
Yes, definitely, because I do not want to go right now. I do not want to go right now. So tell me, is there anything else that you want to tell people about? I don't know, go gray, be chic, just be she, whatever you want to tell us right now, when it comes to fashion and and everything that you do.
What I want to say, and it can speak to your brand, and your audience, as well as Go Gray Be Chic, because we're all like in the same realm of, kind of what we're talking about. And I just feel like the first thing is stop listening to society. That's the first thing. Like, be in the world, but not of the world.
Ooh.
And you don't have to be that person who has all these aches and pains, and you don't have to relate aches and pains. Now, okay, when you get up, you might feel a little something that's different than you felt when you were 30. Okay,
I always say the devil is a lie. Get behind me, Satan. Right,
that's just the reality. But it's kind of the way you think about
aging,
the way you feel about aging. But if you keep constantly listening to what the world says and what the young people say about, we're supposed to be geriatric at 50 plus. It's just like, if you just kind of take that little shift, just shift your mindset and just move that body a little bit more. Even if you just walk a little bit, do some stretching, try out some yoga. It's nothing that you need to do that's really that's hard on your body, because I don't even work out like I used to work out. But that's the first thing. And then the second thing is, when you think about it, everybody is a brand. You're a brand. I'm a brand. A grandma that's 67 is a brand. We all our own brands, regardless if we have a business that is a brand or not. When you walk out into the world, I always say the world is your runway. So
I love that.
How are you going to create your own brand? And it doesn't have to look like Marsha's brand. It doesn't have to look like Sharron's brand. But just make it resemble the way you want to show up in the world every day. And the last thing is just do you. Like I always say, get inspired by the bloggers and the YouTubers, because I don't want anybody copying my style. I don't mind, because I'm not the most fashionable person in the world. People are fashionable. We have many, many fashionable women in the world and men. But what I do is get inspired by the bloggers, not be a copycat. Follow your own authentic style. And if you need help with your own authentic style, then get help with it. But just get inspired by Pinterest, by Instagram. But don't let it make you feel bad that you don't have that same level of style and how to put things together. But if you just practice and have those play dates with yourself, with your closet, you will definitely come up with looks that will make you feel more confident, and you can step out into the world more confidently.
Yes, I agree with all of that. Yes, that's beautiful. I love that. So basically create your own style and not necessarily try to look like it, because that's what a lot of people do. Well, where'd you get it? I want that. No. Get your own, make your own style. And then that way you'll feel better about it too. Because if you're trying to copy, and this is just my thoughts on it, if you're trying to copy someone else and you don't get it just right in your mind, then you're going to be a little disappointed. So make it your own, because we all have our own way of doing things. And so, why not just make it your own? And then you'll feel very good about it. And that's the thing. That's what you want to do. Yeah.
And you won't be in the comparisonitis stage.
Exactly.
Comparing to others that don't even look like you.
Yes. I'm a professor. That's my full-time job, right? And I always tell my students, don't compare what someone else does to what you can do, because everybody is different. I want you to put your own spin on it. And students sometimes will say, well, do you have a model, something? I'm like, no, why do you need a model? Be creative. Think about what it is you're going to do. How are you going to tackle this? I've given you a rubric. There's some guidelines, but I'm also saying to you, be creative. So you can do a report, but you can add pictures to it. There's so much that you can do. Make it your own. This is your opportunity, as Michelle Obama says, Ms. Obama said, this is your opportunity to shine. Let your light shine through. Okay. So that's exactly what we're talking about. Yeah. So that's what we want grandmas to do, is to really let their light shine through and let them be who they are, and then be their unique self, your authentic self. And I tell you, it make you feel a lot better about who you are. So Sharron, how can people get in touch with you?
Well, my YouTube channel is called the Salon Chat. That was the name of it before I shifted to Go Gravy Chic. But I kept it the Salon Chat because there's so many different topics that I can talk on within the realm of like you're chatting in the salon. And then, so my website is GGBCHIC. So GGBchic.com. My apparel store is salonchatapparel.com. And also my Instagram is Go Gravy Chic. I have a private community on Facebook called Grown Girls Go Gray. And also
I love that. Grown Girls Go Gray.
Yes. And then on Facebook it's also Go Gravy Chic.
Okay, all right. Thank you. I've enjoyed getting to know you a little more. I think we've talked maybe one time before, and then of course emails and text messages.
Right.
But I'm so excited that you were here today, and I thank you because this is our first day taping. You're our second show.
Oh, cool.
And I like to say that this podcast is my contribution to Black history, okay? And that's why we started doing Black History Month. This is a proud time for me because I'm doing something that I've wanted to do for a long time. I'm just so grateful that I have the opportunity, and I want to thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for showing up. I mean, you just don't know how good I feel about the fact that you showed up for me. I really and truly appreciate that.
Yeah, I appreciate you, and congrats because when you reached out to me, I was like, wow, I love that Grandma 2.0, and not even like we know it's the next stage when you say
right.
2.0. So I'm excited for you and your next phase, and I can't wait to feature you as well.
Thank you. All right, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.